What's up YouTube, Capital G here, checking out the brand new Fire Fist Link monster that just got revealed out of the Link Vrains Pack 2. This is a pleasant surprise that came from that Link Vrains Pack 2 stream. I definitely did not expect this, and it seems like time has just flown by. Do people realize that Fire Fist is 6 years old as an archetype? It seems like just yesterday we were playing Cosmo Blazer, and I think it makes sense. You know, Mermail got a Link monster in the first pack. I've always considered Mermail and Fire Fist like eternal rivals. They came out in back-to-back sets, so I think it just kind of makes sense. I will say this monster is way better than the Mermail Link monster, and I think it is very deceptive because a lot of people were trashing this card when it first got revealed. So this is Fire Fist Eagle. It's a Link 2 monster, Fire Beast Warrior, of course, because that's the entire archetype. 1700 attack, and its Link arrows are bottom left and bottom right. Now to summon this bad boy, all you need is 2 Beast Warriors. Shoutouts to Luna Lights. It says the first and second effects, just the first effect is a hard once per turn. Effect number 1, if you would activate a Fire Fist monster effect by sending a Fire Fist or Fire Formation card from your hand or field to the graveyard, you can activate that effect without sending any of those cards instead. Effect number 2, you can target 1 Fire Formation spell/trap on your field or in your graveyard, return it to the hand, then send 1 Fire Fist monster from your deck to the graveyard. Alright, so when I first looked at this card, there were a lot of things that I didn't like, but I think it's just because I was really misinformed. I thought about it too much from the perspective of just kind of like the 4-access Fire Fist, right? I was just thinking kind of +1 Tinky Bear, Tinky Bear, Tinky Bear, Gorilla type Fire Fist, and I was like, well, I guess I could normal summon, then I could activate 10-2, get an additional summon, and then I could just normal summon another Fire Fist and go straight into it. But then I was like, where do I go from there? Even if I have Wolfbark, that's kind of a turn 2 play. But then I kind of realized while watching one of Lithium's videos, and big shout outs to him, that I had completely omitted in my mind the 3-access side of Fire Fist. Like I had totally forgot about all the powerful level 3 cards in the deck. Cards like Rooster and Spirit and Leopard, which kind of gets you where you need to go. It gets you your combo piece so that you can pop off. Never forget that that entire play where you're summoning Spirit, you're getting Leopard from your graveyard, you're synchro summoning in the Horse Prince, then pulling out your Rooster from the deck and using that guy's effect, like you end up with a really strong +2. Now under Master Rule 4, the ceiling was kind of limited with that because it was like, after you get that plus, where exactly are you going? But now you can actually take those pluses, you can take your Rooster and your Horse Prince, you can trade those in for Eagle. And when Eagle hits the field, that's when the fun for this deck really starts. I think a lot of people looked at the first effect, they didn't think it was that strong. They say, okay, so I get to use Fire Fist monster without actually sending the formations to the grave. Big whoop. I get a bear pop, I get a gorilla pop. It's not that big of a deal. Those cards that were good in Zexor are not the ones you need to focus on. You need to focus on cards like Fire Fist Dragon. This has always been a really good card. I used to run it in my 4-access back in the day. Fire Fist Dragon, a lot of people don't realize, has a Monster Reborn built into its effect. It's just hard to use because you gotta send 2 formations from your field to the graveyard. And by the way, that Monster Reborn effect is not a hard once per turn, and now you get to use that Monster Reborn effect for free, so you can just constantly activate it over and over again because of your Fire Fist Eagle. Also, another card that's really good is Fire Fist Buffalo. I'm not gonna lie, I didn't even know about this card. This card can be sent straight from the graveyard or straight from the deck to the graveyard with your second effect, and then you can summon it from your graveyard for free. You don't have to send any of your formations because of that first effect. And really, when you look at the second effect is good too, because obviously it allows you to just bounce your Tinky, and it allows you to send your Buffalo straight from your deck to the graveyard. Because at first I was wondering, I was like, why would I want a Foolish Burial, a Fire Fist monster? That doesn't make any sense. But if I can just summon like Buffalo from my graveyard and bounce Tinky to my hand and then use it again, or use it during my next turn, or get, you know, like a Fire Fist 10-2 from my graveyard back to my hand, and then activate it and get another normal summon, like that's actually pretty damn good. So I think that people need to kind of look outside the box, not even really going that far outside the box. Just don't look at this card only from the 4-access, you know, kind of perspective. Don't look at this card and think about Bear plus Gorilla plus Tinky, the old style of Fire Fist. You need to think about this really from the 3-access style with some 4-access cards mixed in. Some of the 4-access cards that didn't see play before are actually tailor-made for this card, and they're really good. And this actually does help Fire Fist get a lot more monsters on the board than they had before. But I think that this actually makes Fire Fist viable, and it's a much better card than people give it credit for. Like, this is probably the most underrated card in the entire Link Vrains pack. So you guys let me know what you think of the new Fire Fist monster. Leave it in the comment section below. Thank you guys for watching. As always, subscribe if you have not already, and turn on that notification bell for daily videos.